Hello everybody, it's Raidhyn, and today I'm going to be talking about how to use Adobe Audition in its simplest forms for working with Let's Play videos. So to get started, we're just going to open up Audition. And when you open up Audition for the first time, if this is something that you've just been starting to use, maybe because it's available at your school or because you have the rest of the Creative Suite available to you and you heard Audition was a good sound program, we're going to try to start this off at its most basic. So the first thing that you want to do is go into the Edit menu, click down here on Preferences, and open up Audio Hardware. And mainly you want to do this because there's three things that you have to check. You want to make sure that your input and output are correct. So your input should be set to whatever your microphone is. For me, it's the Yeti stereo microphone. Your output should be whatever you're using to listen, so speakers in this case. And then you want to make sure that your sample rate down here matches the sample rate in hertz for your microphone. And for me, this is 48,000. So once this is done, you're pretty much good to go. The one thing that is a little confusing in Audition is you basically have two different types of files. You have waveform and multitrack. We don't want to worry about multitrack because although Audition has the capability for doing crazy multitrack recording, you're never really going to do a lot of that in Let's Play videos. So what we want to do is stick with waveform. If you click on this, it'll give you this pop-up dialog for new audio file. We'll just name this Audition Tutorial. And then here we go. All right, so once you have this open, this is pretty much your default workspace. And so just to go over what we have really here, up here in the top left is the files that you're working with. Here is your effects rack, just below the files, for effects, which we'll talk about later. Down here you've got your history panel, and in here in the big area is where all of the recording is going to happen. So to start recording, and this is what I do basically, is I have Audition open in a separate window from my video capture software in the game that I'm going to play. All I do is hit this record button. As you can see, it starts capturing right away. And then I just give a simple count, and I say we're going to start recording in 3, 2, 1. And I make an audible click sound with my teeth because I'm awesome like that. And you can see right here in the waveform, this spike is where that is, and I just listen to that and line it up with the audio later in Premiere. So right now we're going to go ahead and stop this because there's a couple basic things I want to go over. One of the most common questions is how to do noise reduction. Noise is a very common thing when you're doing any type of audio recording. You want to eliminate background noise and you want to be able to have your audio sound as clean as possible. So for me, you can see my waveform is a little small here because I record, and most people do record with the gain on their USB microphones turned all the way down, which is kind of the best practice. But for noise reduction, you still get some background noise. You can see here this area here in the bottom where everything is red, the red and purple, these heat maps. You can see that even where there's not a lot of sound, there is still some noise. So what we're going to do is we're just going to play this little clip, and I want you to listen to the background noise. So you can see that it's mainly me breathing in that section, in addition to this, which is just your typical background noise. And so what we're going to do is we are going to take this and use this as our baseline for noise reduction. So to do that, you go here into the effects, you drop down here to noise reduction restoration, and you want to click on noise reduction process. What this is going to do, it's going to open up this window here. And the first thing you want to do is highlight this area that we're going to use for the noise print. And what noise print basically means is it's going to take this and use this as the baseline for everything else to reduce. So all you're going to do after you've selected your area, we're going to go ahead and select this big area here, click on Capture Noise Print. It's going to give us a nice little readout of what that looks like. And it's going to give us these sliders here, noise reduction, reduce by, and you can tweak these as much as you want, but for pure background noise like this, usually 100%, 30 dB, that's going to kill anything that was selected in this portion. Now, if you want to hear what it sounds like played back, you can press Control A to select the entire clip, and with this green power button on, you hit the play button and you can actually hear what the recording sounds like after the noise reduction has been applied. This record button, as you can see, it starts capturing right away. And then I just give a simple count and I say we're going to start. So that sounds good. And so I'm going to apply that to the whole track now. Just click apply. And then there you have it. So those are the two basic things that I do on every recording. I also have a kind of a favorite process stored here. Dan's process stolen from YouTube. There's a lot of great great options or great tutorials available on Audition that are provided by people who work in radio and people who work in sound production, because Adobe Audition is a enterprise level tool, for lack of a better description. But some of the basic effects and how they work I'll go through really quick. If you go here into this effects rack, you can click this arrow right here on the right side, and you get this pop-up menu of all of your effect options. So one of the most basic that I do to just about everything is to go into Filter and EQ and click on Parametric Equalizer. And this loudness maximizer, basically what this does is it gives you a little boost to the lows and the highs, so that when you add that to the track, it just makes the audio sound a little fuller. So you can actually get a preview of that, so long as now that it's in the effect rack, when this green power button is lit, that means that the effect is applied. We can listen to what it sounds like with it. Recording in 3. And then we can listen to it turned off. Here's the intro. Recording in 3, 2, 1. All right. And if we like it, we can apply it to the track, and it goes down here into this history panel. So there's a lot of different things that you can do in the effects. You can add reverb, you can go into your noise reduction and, mess with these other things. In Filter and EQ, you have all these other different type of equalizers. And one of the other things that a lot of people ask for is amplitude and compression. I'm not very familiar with these yet, but I know that you can come in here and add hard limiters, and you can add noise gates and the rest of it. One of the other really common ones, if I can find it, is, where did you go? Amplitude and compression, dynamics processing. So in here, you can actually, in this drop down, you can there's built-in noise gates. There's built-in kind of different EQs based on different settings, and you can make an audible through all of this sound with my teeth, because I'm awesome like that. And you can see the differences right here in the waveform. This spike, you can see some of them are pretty drastic. Listen to that and line it up with the audio later in Premiere. So you can use these presets, or you can completely adjust this EQ shifter pretty much however you like. So this is another tool, the dynamics processing, that you can use. But as far as once you're done tweaking your audio and post-processing, we're going to go back a little bit. Basically, at this point, all you really need to do is save the file, because it's going to save to a WAV file. And from there, you can take it and just drop that audio into any other type of, video, whatever video software you use for your recording. So I hope this has been helpful in providing the basics. As I said previously, there is a lot to Adobe Audition, and there's a huge number of tools in this that I've yet to touch and probably never will, because of just audio recording for Let's Plays being very simple. But I hope this helped, and if it did, please let me know. Thanks for watching. I'm going to open up Audition. And when you open up Audition for the first time, if this is something that noises. Preview. So that sounds good. And so I'm going to apply that to the whole track now. Just click apply. You get this pop-up menu of all of your effect options. So one of the most, then we can listen to it turned off. Is lit. All right. And if we like it, we can apply it to find it is, where did you go? Amplitude and compression, dynamics process.